Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our October 2025 OC HMIS user meeting. If you haven't already done so, please enter your name into the chat box along with your agency's name for attendance. On the agenda today, we have the HMIS participating agency schedule. We have an announcement regarding Clarity and Looker outage. We have a new funding form, the LSA dashboard, updates to the HMIS data elements, client consent form update, CES household composition changes, project performance report, training and resources, our survey, and then we'll have time for Q&A and office hours. Regarding the Q&A, to better organize questions for the HMIS help desk that receives during the meeting, our team recommends that you submit your questions through the Q&A option. And we request that you keep your questions general related to the topics discussed in the meeting. Any agency-specific questions is best supported through an HMIS help desk ticket submission so our team can further investigate and provide assistance regarding your request. This is our HMIS participating agency schedule. I know it's a bit of an eye chart, but this is a general overview of things that we are doing throughout the year, such as HUD required reports, Orange County required reports, Orange County general requirements such as audits and user recertifications, and then our HMIS lead meetings. To sort of highlight a couple things that are going on right now in the HMIS world, we're currently going through HMIS agency audits. We're currently scheduling through December. So if your agency does receive a scheduling ticket, please coordinate with the person that is assigned to your audit so that you can get your agency audit scheduled and completed for the year. For PPR corrections, we do have rapid rehousing that will be going out to your agency shortly. If you do not have a Gold 10 spreadsheet in your Dropbox, your agency did not have any exit data during the reporting period of September 1st, 2023 to August 31st, August 31st, 2025, excuse me. So if you do not receive a Gold 10 spreadsheet, or if none of your programs are rapid rehousing, you will not receive these corrections. So as some of you may have experienced, Clarity and Looker are currently in an outage state. Currently, the outage we're experiencing seems to be intermittent with Clarity. It seems to be an on and off situation with Clarity that you will get an error. But then if you give it a few minutes and reload, Clarity will work again. With Looker, which generates all the HMIS reports, it seems like some of the scheduling and reports in general will not load at this time. Our vendor BitFocus is currently working on the solution. They are aware of this situation, and we thank you for your patience, and we're hoping that Clarity and reports will be back up and running shortly. Amy?
Thank you, Diana. Good morning, everybody. We have a new funding form available. Agency administrators can now submit the request to add funding to existing project form to provide information about new or renewed funding for their existing projects. The request form captures funding source type, such as COC, ESG, or HUD Home, grant ID, name, or grant number, as well as the dollar amount for the grant and the start and end date for the grant. Users can update multiple projects with multiple funding sources using a single form submission. To find the form, go to ochmis.org, navigate to the tab titled HMIS Forms and Documents, find the drop-down for HMIS Data and Setup Forms, and click on Agencies/Projects currently set up in HMIS to find the Add Funding to Existing Project form. You can click on the links in the Google Doc as well, or on the slides to navigate to the form. The agency administrator can complete the required information in the form and submit, which will generate a ticket to our help desk and will assist the agency with updating their funding information for their projects.
Thank you, Amy. Rachel?
Happy Wednesday, everyone. This month's dashboard highlight is the LSA Data Cleanup Household and Enrollment Data Dashboard. The Household Enrollment Data Dashboard is designed to identify common issues with household and enrollment data that impact the LSA submission, as well as any other performance metrics that are related to households. Here are a few examples of some common issues. Program enrollment with no head of household, heads of households younger than age 6, clients with missing date of birth, clients born after their enrollment start date. To learn more about this dashboard, please review the LSA Data Cleanup Household and Enrollment Data KB article in the Help Center. To run the Household and Enrollment Data Report, go to Reports, Data Analysis, Built-in Reports, LSA Data Cleanup, and Household and Enrollment Data, and hit Run. There you will be able to adjust the agency name and filter to your agency or program name to a particular program in your agency. And the reporting period and all other parameters are automatically set for you, but you are also allowed to adjust those as needed. Next slide, please.
Okay, we'll be heading over to the training site to do a demo of the LSA dashboard. So let me go ahead and stop sharing. Rachel, you should be able to share now.
Could you give Rachel sharing access?
Oops, sorry about that. Yes.
No worries.
Okay, you should be able to share now. Oop, it was there for a second. There it is, Rachel.
Great. Can you see the OC Training Agency site?
Yes.
All right, thank you. So for this demonstration, we will be using the OC Clarity training site with fictitious client information. So first I'm going to navigate to the Rubik's Cube. And then I am going to go to Reports. And then I will click on Data Analysis. And then I will go to Built-in Reports here and expand. And then I will scroll down and I will go to LSA Data Cleanup, Household and Enrollment Data, and select Run. And to spare time, I have run this dashboard in advance for you. So I'm going to go over here, and here we can see the reporting filter. And if I wanted to change that, I could click on that and adjust that. And then I'm going to take a look here at program enrollment household with no head of household. And here I can see that the head of household count for a 2-person household is listed as 0. And so I'm going to go and investigate that and hopefully be able to correct that. So I'm going to go to here. I'm going to look for that client. I'm going to go to programs. And then it's this program here. I'm going to go ahead and go to this. And I can see up here the enrollment does not have an active head of household. Assign a new head of household to maintain compliance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click this. And then I'm going to change this to self. And their non-relation and hit save. And now we can see that the head of household is Elise. All right, that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. Let me go ahead and share my screen again.
Diana, before we move forward, could I share some notes?
Sure.
And
Do you...
move to the previous LSA slide?
Yes. Oops, sorry. There we go.
Thank you. Just wanted to share some notes. Thank you, Rachel, for going over the demo. That error occurs sometimes when the head of household, the original head of household, exits an enrollment. So anytime a head of household exits an enrollment and the remaining members are still active, we need to go ahead and reassign the new head of household. And that's what Rachel did in her demo, is reassigning the head of household and then also changing the relationship to the original head of household is no longer. So you have to change their relationship to what their relationship is to the new head of household. So something to keep in mind as you're doing updates and exiting head of household, if there are remaining members we need to make sure that a new head of household is assigned. Thank you, Diana.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Okay, we'll move on to our next topic. Michaela?
Good morning, everyone. So we do have updates to our HMIS data standards that we want to review. HUD has released the updated 2024 HMIS Data Standards Manual. These updates will be implemented in HMIS as of October 1st and include updates for the following screens and projects. We have our client's profile screen, enrollment screen, the VA and HUD VASH funded programs, RIE funded programs, and the SSVF funded programs. Continuing on to our updates, starting with our client's profile screen. For the project type applicability, we have all programs and components, data collected about, this will be all clients. Screens in HMIS will be the client's profile, and we've updated the gender, which is now optional. The race and ethnicity has been updated to add Hispanic, Latina, and Latino. For the enrollment screens for our project type applicability, we have HUD COC except coordinated entry, HUD ESG, HUD HOPWA, HUD VASH services only, HUD PATH, HHS RIE, and VA SSVF. Data collected about will be all clients, and screens in the HMIS program enrollment that have been updated would be the sex, which is now a required field. And then we also have a picture over to the right as well. More into the enrollment screens, our project type applicability for the VA HUD VASH funded programs. Data collected would be all clients. Screens in HMIS for the program enrollment. So for the specific disabling conditions, it has been removed and not required for programs funded with the VA HUD VASH. Continuing on with the enrollment screen. So for the emergency shelter, which is the entry exit, transitional housing, and homeless prevention, and this will be for the RIE funded programs. Data collected about would be the head of household and adults. Again, for the screens in HMIS, this will be for program enrollment. And for the family critical issues, the toggle field is updated to now a pick list, which has the additional options of no, yes, client doesn't know, client prefers not to answer, and data not collected. For our VASSVF funded programs enrollment screen, the data will be collected about the head of household and veterans. Again, this is in the program enrollment screen. And the new data element would be the mental health consultation. So it now has additional options for the mental health consultation completed, mental health consultation being coordinated or arranged with a VA provider, mental health consultation being coordinated and arranged with other provider, or offer declined.
Thank you for that, Michaela. Elizabeth?
Hugo, can you support with sharing this slide?
Problem. Good morning, everyone. Today I'll begin by providing an update to the client consent form. The final page of the HMIS consent to share personal protected information form has been updated to reflect changes in the roster of HMIS participating agencies. This form can be found on our website by navigating to HMIS Forms and Documents, and then HMIS Policy and Privacy Forms, and Consent to Share Personal Protected Information form. A complete list of all agencies that participate in OC HMIS can be found at the following link.
Thank you, Hugo. Elizabeth?
Hey, Diana. Good morning, everyone. In some cases, a household may be served by both individual and family coordinated entry system. This occurs when a household composition has changed or is expected to change. Events that can result in a change in household composition may include, but not limited to, clients that become pregnant, a single adult merges with a household with another adult with a child, or children are permanently removed from the household. So I wanted to clarify, this is specifically when household type changes. So a household with adults only may change to household with children, or household with children changes their household type to a household with only adults. There are some scenarios that we have listed below. If the household is active in the CS program, and has a change in the household composition and has not yet been matched to a household, housing project, then the access point should exit the household from that CS and enroll them into the appropriate CS program. The other scenario is if the household is active in the CS program and has a household composition change and has been matched to a household opportunity, then there's two pathways. It's if the household is accepted into a housing project, they'll continue to go through the workflow to move into the housing. If the household denies, or the household provider denies a housing opportunity, the household would need to be exited from that CS and then enrolled into the appropriate CS program that reflects their household composition. We do have a KB link there that helps our access points and housing providers to manage household composition changes in the CS program. And on the next slide, we also have the flow chart that will help our access point and housing provider navigate the changes. So you'll start from the beginning and review the different questions, and it helps you determine the workflow on how the household composition changes and how to take action when they need to be enrolled into a new CS program. If your agency runs into a case where a household composition change, feel free to submit a ticket to our HMS help desk. We'll support with reviewing the case and provide some guidance and work with our CS lead and admin team to ensure the appropriate step and workflow is taken.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Hugo?
The Permanent Supportive Housing Project Performance Report will be published in the upcoming weeks. Current and past project performance reports can be found on the Orange County HMS website by navigating to Reports and then Project Performance Reports. Corrections for the Rapid Rehousing Project Performance Report draft data will be uploaded into Dropbox this week. A project performance overview is a helpful document that provides important information regarding the project performance reports, including the thresholds for each goal and a publishing schedule.
Hugo, did you want to do the slide as well, or do you want me to do it?
Sorry, I was on mute.
No worries.
Our next upcoming training is the HMS Reports Training PPR Goals 6 through 10. This training is going to occur on Wednesday, October 29th at 2 p.m. And as always, there is no need to register in advance for this meeting. More information about upcoming trainings can be found on the OC HMS calendar. In addition, we wanted to highlight a few community resources. Some helpful coordinated entry resources can be found on the Office of Care Coordination's OCCES Academy website.
Thank you, Hugo. So again, we wanted to reiterate and make the announcement again that Clarity and Looker are currently experiencing outages. Looker is what generates all HMIS reports, and with Clarity itself, it seems to be an intermittent outage where you'll get an error page when you're trying to get to a client's profile or something within Clarity. And then if you wait a few minutes and reload, then you're able to navigate to that. The Looker reports are definitely down completely. So we're hoping that our vendor BitFocus will get these two issues cleared shortly and back up and running. So thank you again for your patience. We are aware of the outage. Our vendor is working on a solution at this time. And we would like to invite everyone to complete the HMIS user meeting survey. Please let us know if there's any topics that you're interested in reviewing in upcoming meetings. The link will be available in our wrap-up newsletter and also in our meeting minutes, and it is available currently in our chat where we've provided a link document. So kind of a short meeting. Thank you everyone for joining us today for our user meeting. If you haven't already done so, please enter your agency's name in the chat box for attendance. If you have any questions regarding any of the topics we discussed today, you can go ahead and add your questions to the Q&A or unmute yourself and ask your question. And we'll give everyone a few minutes to do that. Okay, it looks like we aren't getting any questions. So thank you once again, everyone, for joining us today, and have a great day. Our next user meeting is November 5th. If you would like to hang on for office hours, please do so. That'll give everyone an opportunity to ask HMIS functionality questions or anything you may have issues with. Thank you once again, everyone. Have a great day.